never thought, I never imagined that I would join police and all that. So it's when I was undertaking my MA, I heard about the advert that they are going to even employ graduates. I didn't even know the difference between the Administration Police Service personally and the Kenya Police Service when we were in the field. And I was ready to take any. When they saw my papers like this, they said, this is what we want in the service. Because in Form 4 I had a B+, and then I had just cleared my first degree, and the results were very good in Bachelor of Arts Social Work, and currently pursuing Masters of Arts. And when I went there, I did not tell anybody. I did not even tell my parents. I did not tell, my close associates, because of the stigma that comes with maybe joining the police. Everybody in the community the following day is aware that Margaret Chege was among the people who were selected. Actually, it's a heroic feeling in the community. They are happy for me, and I'm hiding. Aside from being a police officer, I'm a founder and CEO of Mustard Seed Foundation, which is involved in a lot of community work, but is geared in 4 main thematic areas. One is environmental conservation, the other one is capacity building, women empowerment, and generally community development. Yes, we do a lot of community work. I enjoy being a police officer. People ask me, but what are you doing there? You know, with all these degrees, no. I'm happy where I am, and I believe that is where God wants me to be. And I believe He's also preparing me for very major and huge roles. So I'm in the right place. I'm happy. My name is Margaret Chege, Assistant Superintendent of Police, the in-charge security at the immigration based at Nyayo House headquarters. I did my BA in social work between the year 2005 and 2009. Then if you would have told me about police, I would have said, no, I never thought, I never imagined that I would join police and all that. But in 2009, between 2009 and 2010, there was a lot of police reforms campaign going on as a result of the Ransri report. So they were championing for the changes and the reforms that were taking place in the service, and I got interested. So after I graduated in 2009, I went back to school to pursue my Masters of Arts degree in project planning and management. So it's when I was undertaking my MA, I heard about the advert that they are going to even employ graduates, so in the recruitment. And I just decided that I think I'll try this. Can you imagine, even when I went there, I did not tell anybody. I did not even tell my parents. I did not tell, my close associates, because of the stigma that comes with maybe joining the police and all that. And I had just graduated at the University of Nairobi, already pursuing my MA at the University of Nairobi, and here I want to join the police. So I just went home, and the following morning, I woke up very early. I remember my grandmother was milking very early in the morning, around 6. And had just dressed up, and then she saw me going outside. She told me, whatever you are looking for, may you go and get it. She passed on, may she continue resting in peace. So I went to the field, that is in Loitoktok, for the recruitment exercises. I didn't even know the difference between the Administration Police Service personally and the Kenya Police Service when we were in the field. And I was ready to take any. You know, I thought it's just recruitment, it's for any police. So I joined, when I handed over my certificates, my resume, everything, very well, I had gone prepared. The person who saw, whom later I internalized, must have been an OCS or an OSPD, that area, because then I didn't even know the ranks. I didn't even know the difference in terms of the dressing, who this is who. When they saw my papers like this, they said, this is what we want in the service. Because in Form 4 I had a B+, and then I had just cleared my first degree, and the results were very good in Bachelor of Arts Social Work, and currently pursuing Masters of Arts, a degree in project planning and management. And by 11 at night, we were pronounced to those who were who had won and those who had not won. Everybody in the community the following day is aware that Margaret Chege was among the people who were selected. Actually, it's a heroic feeling in the community. They are happy for me, and I'm hiding. So I'm going to town, and everybody is congratulating me. So it's actually for them is something big, something huge, something worth celebration. And then I said, oh, okay, fine. I think I'm good to go. So I came back to Nairobi. I told my family, and I was ready to join the administration police service. We went to Tawala, that is where the campus is located, and bearing in mind it was the first time we were having now graduates. So, and the reforms had advocated for a 15 months basic course, and then for the graduates another 6 months. So I was to go there for 21 months. We did our first 15 months very well and successfully, and I was among the people who graduated. The hardest part, first of all, is the time that we wake up, and then having to adjust, high life and all that. You forget all that.
Freedom.
Yeah, you forget your freedom, you forget friends, you forget your family. The lowest rank is constable. Those are the foot soldiers. That is where we all begin from. Then from the constable, you go now to NCOs, whom are called, the second one is corporal, the rank of a corporal. Then the third one is rank of a sergeant. The fourth one is rank of a senior sergeant. The fifth one is rank of an inspector, which personally is now, I can say basically is where now I began. I was employed as a graduate constable, but first rank inspector. Inspector normally akona mawe mbili, but sisi tulianza na hiyo mawe moja. I call it an academic tip, bado ni inspector. So after the one mawe, you get now the two mawes, ambapo now you are now a full inspector. From there, you become a chief inspector, which is mawe tatu here, and then from which I was now recently, before I was promoted to the assistant superintendent. Then from assistant superintendent, which is this, the next is from the uniform, you can be able to tell exactly the ranks. Yeah, before I was promoted, even this headdress was you see this crown here, this is gold. It was silver. This lanyard here, it was maroon, thick maroon lanyard. Yeah, that is a chief inspector. And then now, right now I have a service colored lanyard. Service, these are the colors of the service. Then I have this particular rank. This is a lion and all that. This is symbolizing now assistant superintendent of police. The next one now, which I'll go to, is full now superintendent of police. Then from superintendent of police, you go to senior assistant superintendent of police, then commissioner of police. From commissioner of police, you go to assistant inspector general, and then senior assistant inspector general, and then now deputy inspector general, where deputy inspector general is the head of a service. That is either administration police service or the Kenya Police Service. So in the administration police service, we have a deputy inspector general, and in the Kenya Police Service we have a deputy inspector general. Both of them now deputizes one inspector general who heads now the both, who is there at the umbrella heading now both services, called the inspector general. Yes, so those are the ranks.
Where would you like to be in the next 5 years?
Yes. I always see myself there, and I always tell myself, first female inspector general. When I wake up in the morning, other than just looking at the family basic needs and all that, I have my personal routine. I look at my work. I'm pursuing doctorate at the University of Nairobi in project planning and management, specializing in project design, planning and implementation. And right now I'm working on my thesis, which is on traffic management, and is very demanding, and I'm on my last stages. So every time I look at my schoolwork, then I leave house. That's when I go to work. That is at Nyayo House. I have a team, very supportive team. We work together. And mainly there is customer care. and I'm there in charge security, so it is not an easy job, but we do it well as a team. And then after that, if I'm not meeting maybe my peers whom we are working with on my papers, that is on my thesis, I just go home. Aside from being a police officer, I'm a founder and CEO of Mustard Seed Foundation, which is involved in a lot of community work, but is geared in 4 main thematic areas. One is environmental conservation, the other one is capacity building, women empowerment, and generally community development. Yes, we do a lot of community work. The first beneficiaries of my community work is a school called Oriti Primary, and last year around August, I went there with a friend of mine to do a need assessment for the school. One of the major needs that we found the school has is water. You know, even I was told the cases whereby kids would faint because of lack of water, thirst. So we went there. We were able to donate 12,500 trees. 1,500 trees were planted in the school, and the rest nearby churches and members of the community they carried. Some of these were fruity trees, mangoes, oranges, avocados, and others were medicinal trees, and others were for forest cover. So we are not only rehabilitating the environment, we are also providing trees for food, so that by the end of the day they can be able to harvest these fruits and sell them. They can be able to, once they sell, they can be able to pay school fees, access good medical care, and at the same time, even for medicinal purposes. So it's a whole range of community empowerment, economic empowerment, health empowerment, and environmental empowerment. You understand? We were able to drill a borehole. The borehole is giving us 25,000 cubic meter, which is equivalent to 25,000 liters of water per hour. So it is not only, God has blessed us, but it's not only going to help the school, which was our initial issue and a big problem. It is also going to supply water to the entire village. Yeah? And they'll be able to do farming and many other things. So that is, for me, that is one community I believe we have empowered, and with the proper leadership and management of the water, everybody will benefit and they'll transform lives. That is just to mention one, but a few. We've donated desks. We are going back again this November to do a proper ablution block, because I'm told even there are kids who get UTI because of lack of proper sanitation and all that. So we're going to do a proper ablution block for girls, boys, and for the staff, also with the help of friends from Mustard Seed Foundation. On 5th this year, 5th of December this year, we're also going to do tree planting in leadership, with the leadership and partnership with the leaders from the ground. In Muranga, I've done a lot of tree plantings. I've done over 100,000 of trees. We've done a proper dam. The purpose of the dam is to help also with water conservation, and with the dam you're also able to bring back all the birds and, you know, water catchment areas, water catchment features, the trees, conservation of the trees around the dam and all that, and even the rivers that had dried up as a result of drought. With the dam, they do not dry anymore. Yes, actually, if they would take so long to come back as a result of a season, you see they stay for long in season, because we already have the water as a result of the water catchment, as a result of that dam. I love even being in service. I enjoy being a police officer. People ask me, but what are you doing there? You know, with all these degrees, you should know. I'm happy where I am, and I believe that is where God wants me to be. And I believe He's also preparing me for very major and huge roles. So I'm in the right place. I'm happy. Other than performing our major role, which is maintaining of law and order, providing security, you know, protecting life and property, we are human beings. We are mothers, we are sisters, You know, we would want to belong. We would want to work closely with our people. We would want to be in those chamas that the common mwananchi is in. We would want to, you know, to be invited to your homes, to participate in your functions, to take part in each and everything that the common mwananchi does, because there's no difference between us and mwananchi.